Rubber Ducky here. Welcome to episode 19 of the German campaign in Close Combat 3. There are some new changes to the channel, so stick around to hear about them. But until then, click the subscribe button, like the video, and turn on notifications. Let's see if I can apply what I've learned and successfully slow the Soviet advance in this defensive struggle. November 3rd, 1942. You can expect the Bolsheviks to try and regain control of the barricades factory. You'll be commanding remnants of the 389th Infantry Division. There are no reinforcements, but you'll be given all the supplies that can be spared. Intelligence reports the Soviet 8th Guards Rifle Division is ferrying across the Volga in preparation for the attack. Turn the factory into a fortress and make the Bolsheviks bleed for every inch of ground they try to take. We've come too far to lose this battle now. You must hold your ground or die trying. You've now got to hold on to the gains you've made. Your objective is to withstand the Bolshevist counterattack that is sure to come. Intelligence expects the enemy to gain strength, but if you wear them down in the first few days, perhaps you can equalize the odds. Your command is attached to the 389th Infantry Division. You'll need some kind of AT firepower since observers have sighted enemy armor, reportedly the hated T-34. Find ways to take out the enemy's armor, and you can gain the upper hand. You control the factory building in the center of the sector, which provides clear fields of fire to the north, east, and south. The multi-story buildings east of the factory, one northeast and one southeast, can hit the factory. Try knocking out any support teams using them. Your infantry will have to employ close-quarter tactics. The enemy will be relentless. Show courage and the will to win. Alright, so we don't necessarily have the entire factory. I don't know if they'll spawn inside of it, but we've got this section here that they could. So that worries me a little bit. But we do have the building. We don't have to cross the open to get to it, so I think that's pretty positive. We do have only 50 points, and we have some units that need to get replenished. I don't know if there's anything really in here that's worth trying to swap out. I don't see, like, AT infantry. Maybe that's actually going to be in support, so we'll look there. But we do have 4 tanks, so that might turn into our AT units. I don't see it. So, outside of the Panzerschreck that's not coming for like another year, I don't know if we're going to get AT infantry anywhere, but I don't see it if it's available. So either we don't have it and we're not lucky, or it's just simply not there yet. Everything else is basically too expensive. And as much as we would like to get some new stuff, we have some veteran units that are ranking up, so I don't know that we want to replace too much. I think part of it is going to be what is the long-term goal here? Like, if we've got shock troops, that's good. Like, we don't want to not have heavy infantry. But do we want to still keep, adding things like a rifle squad or something like that if the long-term goal is not to have them down the road? And since we ranked up to captain, we do have an empty slot, not counting Jorge Castillo that I'm not sure what we're going to do with. But for our 50 points, we could take like an SS Sturm Grenadier. That's 36. And that would leave us 14. I don't know if that's enough to refit Rambo and Garcia. But I kind of like the idea of taking that and filling out with yet another shock troop. But we might as well go with the SS version, get some extra morale and experience in them. So if that's 36, I guess let's maybe take a look at what it's going to cost to refit Garcia and Rambo and see if we can do that for 14. And that might answer us. So that's 8. Rambo would be 5. So that's 13. So yeah, we actually could do that. And this is 36. So I think that's what we do is we already had to outfit them no matter what. But I think to spend the 37 points we have left, we just take the SS Sturm Grenadier, and that fills us up completely. What I am going to do is I'm going to change the name here. The SS Shock Troops is now going to become Rambo, because Rambo specifically did ask for SS. And so our current Rambo unit, we're going to change to Marigotis. He has been MIA for a while, and so might as well throw that back in here. I will have to look and see going forward what units are currently misallocated. Like, I know Garcia was supposed to be a tank, and so maybe as we move things around too, we'll be able to find a way to get some of these units back in, or if that's not an option, I will just go through and like as a tank dies, Garcia will become a tank, and then as Garcia dies, someone who wasn't supposed to be infantry that got slotted there goes back in, and we'll just swap them through like that. Our last thing to consider is Jorge Castillo has been inactive for a few battles now, and he's just taken up space, and he is a veteran unit, so I hate to disband him, but we'd get 31 out of him because we only have one guy and we still have the gun. So if we retired him back, we could free up those 30 points. Since that's not enough right now, I think we're going to leave him on rest for this battle, but that's something that I got to keep in mind going forward as this next battle unfolds and we see how many points we have in the next one. So right now, I would like to take a moment while I spend this time preparing the battlefield and talk to you about a change to the channel. Thanks to all of your wonderful support, I have received my YouTube partnership. I am now offering paid memberships as a part of this channel, and your continued support will mean lots of success and growth in the future. How this affects you, the viewer, is that you can simply ignore it and nothing really changes. Or you can opt in for a membership, which helps me out financially with things like creating content and doing giveaways. Up until this point, every time I did something like a giveaway, it came out of my personal pocket. And that was really just a thank you to those who've been supporting the channel, getting involved with it, commenting, things like that. Becoming a member is by no means mandatory, so don't feel like this will negatively impact you if you're not on board. I do plan to release a separate video explaining all of the details about it in depth, and I encourage all of you to check it out. Now it's just a matter of finding a spot for Munat. I think right up here, this allows, well, maybe not, maybe right here. This allows them to cover the darkened hallway that they could spawn in, and maybe they can gun them down as they come through those doors if they're in there. This spot offers no cover, but good line of sight. I'm thinking maybe the bottom corner even, because like there's not cover in the middle of the room. So like right down here, this says the cover's great. So maybe we move them down here and then put them up to the northeast like that, and then they can cover that small personnel doorway. And I think from here, we've kind of got all of the avenues of approach covered from where we expect that they could come from. Few fine tweaks here, and we're not watching that south door, but I do have the obstruction between us and that opening. So hopefully we'll have a way to fight anything that comes through the bottom. I do want to move Quellis up here, and that way we still have some troops that can maneuver if needed on the outside of the perimeter. And Steiner with our machine gun, he's going to go back here just in case we have to fall back. He's got line of sight to cover the building as we retreat from it. Mulligan and Andy's Raiders are going to both be in the machine shop. That'll give them a little bit of cover from frontal fire, and they can shoot out of the open roof. But hopefully they've got a little bit more concealment as well as protection from enemy fire if they're all the way down here. I am going to move John Matrix as well, I guess, since he's kind of fulfilling the same role. We'll just put all these guys down here. And then I think we'll put Stransky in there as well, just so they're in his command circle, and hopefully that will help get them a little bit better accuracy. And then he can kind of defend them if they need it, but I'm hoping not to be in that kind of a situation. Brunner, I don't know that we need him in the building because he can't drive all the way into the building. So maybe we keep him up here to help support Graf von Bonhoff in the Tiger. And then that way our big, powerful beast of a tank also gets the added bonus of being with the commander. Costa, I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe hide him behind the building. And then depending on where they come from or where they move to, I will reposition him up to the north or down to the south or whatever to kind of block off their line of assault. And I think that gets everybody, right? They're all set, so let's do it. All right, nothing so far. And if they are in the building, they are not just immediately shooting at me, so they're probably doing the same thing I'm doing. And I wonder... I didn't go through and hotkey these guys, so that was my bad. I missed that. Usually I try and do that as I'm wrapping up or as I'm placing them. So let's make sure we have some of them hotkeyed. I want to play defensive. I don't know what I don't know. So like if they're stacking up in that hallway and I'm not seeing them, I do have very limited forces because I have them kind of spread out. So I don't want them to just charge through the door with like 2 full squads. So I don't know if I go like peek a unit into the hallway and see what's back there, but I'm half tempted to do that. All right, let's use Rambo, and we'll come down here and we'll check through this door and just see what's on the other side of it. Rambo, I'm throwing you into the thick of it, so be ready. We're going to stack up Marigotis as well and have him covering that door up there just in case we start taking fire with Rambo at the bottom. Nice and steady. Oh, T-34. Interesting. I wonder if Rambo's going to get spotted because I know they have a big door on the other side. Maybe we need to hold him up so that the T-34 can't just shoot at him. Tank doesn't seem to be responding. I wonder if we could get around the back too. Let's see if what happens if we just peek in here. Maybe be ready to just sprint out. We have no effective fire on the tank at this range with the Sturm Grenadier. All right. Oh, contact top. Let's get Rambo moved in there. Get them all the way into the corner so the T-34 can't hit him. And let's get some support in case whatever Marigotis is fighting. Hang on, hang on. Change our mind. Change our mind. We know that room's clear, so instead of doing that, let's save Rambo. Let's push Marigotis up there. Uh-oh, tank. Yeah, see, perfect. If I would have kept Rambo going, he might have been a sitting duck. But Marigotis can probably get in there and at least peek into that room and see what's up there. Let's get these guys back on defend. Okay, I'm going to put them up on the boxes. They seem to do that pretty well when they were ambushing me. So I think what we'll do is we'll just lay down on these boxes and cover the door from up here. I don't think there's any windows. I don't think we can shoot out. What if, you know what if we just move up and see what's in the next room and make sure that these guys aren't wasting their time? Because if we could pull like Garcia down or something, then that might be the way to go. So like, let's pinch this. That's a dead end over there to where Garcia's going. So if they're not in that room, we don't have to cover that anymore. Let's see. We want to go fast. Hold up. There we go. Go fast. If they're in there, charge with grenades. Tank is moving. Uh-oh, he's going south. Let's move Costa down here and get him lined up, ready to shoot. They kind of caught me with my hand in the cookie jar here. I was starting to go on the offensive right when they engaged me, so now I'm trying to get repositioned. Costa, get ready. What are you doing? You don't need to pivot there. Just drive forward. Oh my god, this is how Costa's going to die. Don't do it, buddy. What's blocking his view? Something way back. Come on, all the way out. There's like one pebble on the ground there that he can't see past. All right, get around the corner. We still don't have line of sight on the tank, so I don't know where it is. And so far, so good up top. There we go. Tank's now in our field. Shoot it. Come on, Costa, do your thing. Oh, he shot first. Smoke out. Come on, get the smoke going. They want a ceasefire. You are not getting a ceasefire just because we killed one squad. They got Costa in a bad spot, so... Ooh! Costa heading for cover. Get back, Costa. Yeah, even if we can't see the T-34, I'm fine with that. We need to get Costa back to safety, so that looks like he can't see Costa either. Rockets are going out. Let's get... Okay, damaged. Unconscious. Nobody's dead and the tank's not destroyed, so let's get the tank up behind here, back into cover. Tank's trying to move. All right. I think we're going to move Graf von Bonhoff up. If he's in our compound, now's our chance to get maneuvering. We'll get Brunner up right behind him. Hopefully that T-34 flame does not just roll into the factory. That would be a problem. And all we've got right now is the driver and the assistant, so we don't actually have like a dedicated gunner. So I don't even know if we can use Costa anymore. I don't know if he's combat ineffective at this point. We're going to bring Stransky out to help. And back where I was, I am just going to check these corners just to be safe after I think about it. But now that we know that this is pretty secure, we're going to bring these guys down south and actually get them back in the fight. That's kind of where I left off. Rambo, get over there, but cross that gap fast. I don't want them to get shot. All right. I'm confident that that top building that Garcia's in is clear. The top corner of the building, sorry. And so we are going to leave that and assume that the factory is all clear. Graf von Bonhoff going to move out around the corner. Stransky, all right. So we're going to move him down a little bit, but we're not going to move him into the line of sight of the T-34. We're going to wait for the T-34 to approach us. Oh, whoa, okay. Get back. Not by the door. Actually, maybe these guys stay here and just cover the doorway. If they come through, they open up. Like I was saying earlier, I don't think that there's windows here, so I don't think we can shoot these guys. It doesn't look like it, but it would have been nice when the T-34 was there if we could have dropped Molotovs or something on it. Alright, so you guys lay down there. Cover that door. Oh, there goes the firing. Get the tank ready because he's moving with the T-34. Get ready, get ready. Hopefully they can take care of themselves. T-34, engage. Please shoot. Please shoot. Ricochet. Come on, Stransky, hit it again. Come on. What's going on up here? Alright, we're killing them. We're doing okay. They changed their mind. Miss. Alright, now he's moving up. I needed 2 tanks here. This is where I needed Costa to still be available to help. Oh, we just took one. Mortars out. Ooh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Big explosions. What? What is that? It's... Oh my gosh, are those the barrels you're talking about? Is that what you mean by the barrels? There's no way that was just like... And we got the T-34, I guess. But there's no way that was just like a mortar round, right? Like, is that what just happened? Exploding like oil barrels or fuel barrels or whatever they are? Holy crap. Wow. That did mess up Marigotis and Rambo. Alright, these guys are running. You know what? If Graf can cut them off a little bit, like I'm not going to move him down there, but if he can get shots on him, I'm okay with it. Keep him kind of away from buildings. Perfect. Stransky's getting line of sight on him. Gun them down. Don't let them get another T-34 when they get back to the wall. See if they can actually die. That would be helpful, so they can't just refit. 2 of them are dead. Hopefully they can't just run right now. They're kind of pinned down a little bit. Alright, there's a guy running. I don't know if he's from the squad that tried to assault us. We are going to push out here. They were talking about the northeast and southeast buildings. So we are going to try and secure those. I don't know if the workers' apartments, that 2-story, if that's the one it was. And then, but I don't know what the southeast building is. I don't know what building's to the south, unless it's the one that's all the way in the corner with the flag. All right, move into the burnt out buildings here. And we'll start sweeping this area around the compound. You guys set up shop there. You can cover this door, and you're not... Oh, hang on. KV. Oh, infantry too. All right, we got a hit on the KV. Stransky can't do anything. Target the infantry. Try and get as much infantry killed before the tank pops out from behind the building. We're going to move Graf von Bonhoff down. Try and get line of sight on that KV with Graf. All right, move up to the workers' apartments. This is getting chaotic now. We're in a very kinetic situation, so... Uh-oh. They're mortaring us. They're mortaring us. Get moving, Graf. Full speed ahead. Alright, workers' apartments is secure. Move Brunner down just a little bit. Try and keep him safe, but also close enough to Graf to support. We got more infantry right here. We auto-engage, so that's good. Let's throw some grenades at him. Marigotis took some more hits. Alright, so we don't want to go too far, but we do need to kill this tank. It's actually in a very bad spot for our infantry, because it has cover and we don't have good line of sight to support them. So nice and steady. Frontal armor forward. Oh, perfect. I just spotted that and we got the insta-kill on it. Graf, way to go. Or maybe that was... No, I don't think that was Brunner. That had to have been Graf. What? Who just hit Brunner? Oh, no. Rubber Duck has been killed. Brunner, you're taking casualties. What just hit you? Get in that building, guys. Didn't it tell me that the team was annihilated? Alright, drop all the rockets on that we can. Do whatever we can do. The KV-1 is damaged, so do whatever we can do to mess it up. Rattle him. There's nobody in this building. Who hit us? Marigotis has that building secure. Alright, we got a Ricochet on the KV-1. Alright, Graf, come on. You can do it. Our artillery is pummeling that two-story, so anybody that's in there is going to have a bad day. Beautiful. We killed it. KV-1 is dead. Alright, we'll move Brunner up. Yes. That's how we do it. Just keep gunning them down. Alright, move all the mortars up there. Quellis, you're going to start coming in behind. I know I was going to be defensive, but we are actually kind of stretched out, and I need to bring guys up to support them in the rear. Tanks are out in front. We don't need to move much more. We've got like the buildings secured that we want to have secured for the next fight. Biggest thing is just securing enough terrain that it's favorable when we get the ceasefire. Oh, what? Okay. Never mind the ceasefire. Apparently we're just going to win. And it was the whole operation. Since they were routed, they apparently are unable to re-engage. So Last Stand Stalingrad is complete as an operation. I don't think that's supposed to happen. We have 4 losses, 8 wounded. They have 12 losses, 17 wounded, and 4 prisoners. So almost 3-1. We did destroy 3 tanks and lost none. Even Costa, who was damaged, isn't in the damaged column, so it must not be very severe. Campaign-wise, major victory, 2 promotion points. We have 91 killed to their 183 killed. 95 wounded to their 214 wounded. We are wrecking them in every metric right now, so that's super awesome. We need 2 more points to promote to major, but right now, I wasn't expecting that. Rubber Duck, I think you're dead. Rest in peace until resurrection. And then we are getting a ton of morale boost in the loader. Poor Rambo, almost the whole team's gone. So we got 1 survivor and 1 wounded. Garcia did okay. Quellis did okay. Munot, experience and morale going up. Marigotis, a few incapacitations. Steiner got experience but just sat in the shed. Graf von Bonhoff, you definitely have some experience. Costa, unfortunately, you've got 3 incapacitations, but apparently your tank's not damaged. Matrix has some experience with the driver. Yeah, nothing crazy. What about kills? Brunner did manage to get 6 kills. Must have been those guys crawling across the street when him and Graf von Bonhoff rolled up. Stransky, 3 soldiers, 1 tank. He got that T-34 flame. And then we move down to Rambo. He's got 5 soldier kills. Garcia has no soldier kills, but that's okay. Quellis, nothing there. Munot, nothing there. Marigotis, 3 soldier kills and 6 bravery. You guys had a little bit of a rough go there for a minute, but it worked out. Steiner, nothing at all. Graf von Bonhoff, 2 tanks, 3 infantry, and a bravery. Matrix, no kills. Andy's Raiders, no kills. And Mulligan, no kills. Medals, Rubber Ducky got a wound badge. And then I see 5 more down in Rambo. But nothing else really going on, just wound badges. Still, looks like almost everybody got a wound badge there. Okay, we do have a war merit from Marigotis, along with 3 wound badges. We have a new war merit for Graf von Bonhoff, this time for the gunner instead of the driver. Costa has 3 wound badges. And that's it, just some wound badges. You know, for a victory that we're not supposed to win, probably should have gotten a little bit more recognition. And since I wasn't expecting the operation to be over, we're going to start the next operation, I guess, to get one more battle into this video. So let's see what's coming up next. In many ways, the winter of 1942 to 1943 was an echo of the previous winter. Both winters saw an enormous and unexpected Russian counteroffensive that caught the Germans flat-footed. And, in both cases, the Russian leadership failed to understand the limits of their army and overreached themselves. In January 1943, it was clear that liquidation of the German Sixth Army and liberation of Stalingrad was only a matter of time. Stavka turned its attention to their armored spearheads sweeping westward through the disorganized German defenses. The Russians reclaimed territory nearly as quickly as it had been relinquished that past summer. The German forces in the Crimea and Caucasus were in an increasingly precarious position, made worse by Hitler's refusal to allow these forces to withdraw to more sensible positions. Instead, he ordered troops to stand fast. While this order was unrealistic, the tide was beginning to turn in the struggle. The Russian forces had outrun their logistical support, and the weather served to further hamper offensive efforts. Nonetheless, Kharkov was liberated, and Russian armor spearheads headed south and west, attempting to cut the last rail lines supporting the southernmost German forces. This effort further overextended the Russians. Meanwhile, the German forces had concentrated sufficient armored forces to mount a counterattack. In February, these forces were unleashed. The Russian spearhead was cut off and eliminated. Other Russian forces were met on the more or less equal terms where the German superiority in armored warfare was still readily apparent. By the conclusion of this backhand blow, the Germans had once again taken Kharkov and stabilized their defense along the Donets River, bringing to an end the great Russian offensive that had started at Stalingrad. January 30th, 1943. The Sixth Army in Stalingrad is doomed. Reconnaissance reports the Bolsheviks are massing tanks and infantry. Intelligence indicates the Soviets will attempt a breakout and drive for the Dnieper River crossings. Your objective is to delay the Soviet attack until reinforcements can be brought forward. Your new command consists of whatever troops are left of Kampfgruppe. The frozen ground will make digging in difficult, but will make cross-country movement possible. Use the hilly terrain to your advantage. Stalingrad is lost, but that does not mean the Bolsheviks have won the war. Intelligence suggests the enemy is massing for a drive toward Kharkov. Your objective is to stop the Russians before they can get started. Your command is attached to Kampfgruppe. Because of the losses at Stalingrad, the units from which you can select are limited. Consider adding a command vehicle to give your mobile firepower an improved command and control. You'll want to add AT firepower, but don't waste AT rounds on infantry. Save these for the tanks that are sure to come. You can sweep the battlefield north of the river from the two ridge lines in your position, but the enemy can cover the first ridge with fire from the hills in his possession. Don't ignore your south flank. The frozen river can be used as a tank route. The odds are against you, but skill and determination will pay off in victory. Alright, once again we have 50 requisition points and we have units that need to be refitted. So Brunner, we need that. Oh, only 1 point. Yeah, let's do that. But we definitely need that one. Rambo is missing almost the whole squad. And then same with Marigotas. Costa's a big priority. That's 43 of our 49. I think we take the tank. And maybe if we can't afford the infantry, we rest Rambo and Marigotas. And we refit them in the next fight. 6 points. This might be where we need to sell Jorge Castillo. So that's 8. We would get 31 here. So we'd have 37. And this is 26. And what did I say? Did I say 8? So 34 points. We'd have 37. That might be what we do. Yeah. So it is 8. So that'd be 34 out of our 37. I think this is where Jorge Castillo is going to get sold. Because the other option is sell the infantry and refit Jorge. Or I guess alternatively, I guess the other option is keep Jorge on rest and keep Marigotas on rest. And we probably don't need infantry here. We just need the armor. And then we come back to these 3 units and figure out what the plan is in the next battle. Even with our 6 points, we can't upfit Steiner with a new unit, so that doesn't help. So maybe we rest these guys and just use the armor. We've got a ton of open terrain, and that's our biggest priority, is knocking out whatever they've got with our armor, and then pull back, get 50 more points, or whatever it is, and we do it from there. As we look at the map, I see a couple things here. So it looks like there is good vantage point on the hill with the flag to the west. And we also have the town in the center, but it's not right up against their lines. So I feel like we could hold it. But if we go up here with like a vehicle or a tank or something, or back here, that'll give us some covering fire into the city without being exposed. We'll have to wait and see when we get in there how good the firing lines look, but for right now, I think that's our best idea is maybe pull some units back. Okay, so let's see what some of this stuff looks like. We know we don't want to just give up the town, but I'm not exactly sure where we're going to go. We know we want to hold the bottom of the river. It said that's kind of important. They can advance there, so we'll put some infantry there. And I think Quellis can maybe find a home up here. All these buildings kind of suck. They're all soft one stories, it looks like. But Mulligan, I don't know. Maybe support isn't better in the back over there. Maybe if we go down here in the trees, we can get Mortar and Andy's Raiders and John Matrix all hidden down in the forest. That'll kind of block line of sight, but they won't just be exposed on that hill. I actually thought it was going to look a little different. We might still want to put a tank up there, though. So all these guys here, they are kind of close for a mortar attack, but they're also close enough that if we put Stransky down here, he might be able to get them all in range. Yeah, see, like, look at that. This is a good spot for him. He can support the infantry and the support elements. And then Brunner, I'm thinking right here in the middle of town. He can go north or east if necessary. And Graf von Bonhoff, maybe hide him behind the building but covering the hill to the northeast. And then Costa, if we put him in the back on top of this hill, he's got elevation and distance. Ooh, wait, hold up. He can't see over the hill. Let's see. Oh, yikes. Okay, that might not work. That works. Now I'm not so sure. What about over here? Okay, that does obscure him. So if he could see down to the southeast, I don't know if they're going to come up the road. I kind of feel like they might come over the ridge. And with him in the back, I thought that would be a good spot to pick them off as they crest the hill. But this might not be as useful down here because they're all going to be coming so far east of the village that he won't have line of sight. The buildings will obstruct his view. So unless they come straight down Main Street, there's nothing he can do to support. Maybe down here, the way we did the support elements, we put him in the trees or something. I don't know. Right here. Actually, we'll have to move him back. Let's keep him in Brunner's circle. Garcia. Maybe up here. They've got like kind of the north flank, and then Quellis can have the south. We can move one or the other team if necessary. They don't fit in that shed, though. So, yeah, we would have to keep them down one more building. I don't know if that's better or not. But Steiner, you know what? Since this was actually a decent building, what if we put Steiner in here to cover just straight to the east? And then I don't know that we want to try and use those foxholes. Maybe we put an infantry tripwire down here by the ford, and we just leave Garcia to be on the point in case somebody does come through the forest. It won't be when they get to the house. Oh, contact east on the hill. And we got a KV-1. Ooh, we hit it. He hit Costa too. Uh-oh, we're going to lose Costa. Come on, get another shot off. Drop some rounds on him with John Matrix. That wasn't close. We don't have a good enough spotter. Ugh. I was hoping that might at least force him to back up or advance or something. That's better. Ugh. We do need a better spotter, though. Uh-oh. We got another tank. T-34. Costa can't handle him 1v2. There's another mark up top. We're going to have to get him out of here. Back up. Keep the frontal armor. Oh, they got a third tank up there. No line of sight on any of them. All right, let's move Graf von Bonhoff up to start interdicting the T-34. We'll meet with Brunner up too. Try and get some shots out. They hit Costa, immobilized. Tons of fire coming their way. Costa is not surviving. Graf von Bonhoff needs to get like up the hill, not just out from behind the buildings. Okay, we got that northern T-34 advancing to the west. Come on, Brunner. If he can get just enough line of sight over that hill, he might be able to do something. Oh, before I got the smoke out, there's the final blow. All right, that T-34 is getting close.
Stellungswechsel ausgeführt.
Come on, there we go.
Stellung eingenommen.
Good hit. All right, KV-1. Put Brunner on the T-34 if Graf can get some shots off. All right, Graf did hit the KV-1.
Seine Panzerung ist zu stark.
We can't hit that. What is that? Was that a captured Mark IV? It says it's immobilized. Oh, Brunner. Brunner's immobilized. So, T-34 destroyed. Let's see if we can drop this other one. They fled from the KV-1. No, you can't have a truce. They have so many vehicles. I swear that's also a Mark IV down there. Alright, T-34 hit. Brunner is still engaging. We might need to smoke with some mortars here, get some protection on him. Alright, second T-34 is destroyed. It's burning. We got a third T-34 up north. And another one behind it. So that's 4 T-34s and a possible captured Mark IV. And then also the KV-1. We got a nice smoke screen for Brunner to hold up for a minute. Oh, man. So many T-34s. Come on, Graf. You can do it. Reloading. It's a good thing this Tiger's as powerful as it is. He can stand here and take some shots from the T-34s without really a lot of risk. Contact infantry moving in the woods. We're going to drop mortars on these guys. All right, Garcia let him get really close, but the ambush did work. We're gunning him down. Brunner is helping also from the north. He can see him. Last T-34. Hit, not destroyed, but hit. They are sending mortars our way. Come on. All right, maybe we secure mortars for a minute. I've lost sight of them. I don't know where they are. Hang on. They're shooting like right at the red dot. Maybe a few more rounds on them. They still want another truce. We're not giving it to them as long as they have armor on the battlefield. We want to kill this. If we let them get out of here with this T-34, they'll just bring it back. Okay, Brunner's still got some smoke. Mulligan's almost out of mortar rounds. Those 120s are nice. Let's put some smoke on these guys and let's get them to pull back. Alright, you guys retreat just, I don't know, back here to the building somewhere. Mulligan's out of smoke, and it does look like Garcia took a casualty there. Maybe not. Maybe that's just a Russian that was behind our lines. And Andy's Raiders is down to 14 smoke rounds. Alright. We got everybody dealt with as far as armor goes, I think. So let's get Graf von Bonhoff brought back down to the village. And then he can help cover Brunner since Brunner's not going anywhere. Seems like that quieted down pretty good after that. Alright, Stransky is almost up to Graf von Bonhoff. Hold up. We got a red target. Somewhere over here by the ford. There. Oh, wow. Bunch of them. Mortars. Get Stransky on defend. Okay. Ooh. Okay, Mulligan just used the last 120. Alright, we're going to keep pulling Garcia back. I should have just kept him going. I shouldn't have stopped him. Alright. Graf's here. He might be able to support them too with fire to the south. And then we just rush Stransky up to him. Alright, I think they are ready to advance together. We do have to worry about Graf von Bonhoff because it says he's still mired. And I don't know if that's just because he's in deep snow. Oh, contact here. Oh, Mulligan has no mortars. I forgot. Alright, Andy's Raiders is doing his thing. We'll get the infantry firing. And then even the machine guns from the support elements. Nope, can't do it. No line of sight. Alright, we got him. One more. I don't know if we just turned these guys south to watch. Oh, that's another team. I'm pretty sure that's the second team. And no, you can't have your truce. But I was saying, I don't know if Graf von Bonhoff is mired because he's in deep snow. Because now it says he's bogged. Or no, I guess that's Stransky that's bogged. Garcia can't see that target anymore. So yeah, let me know if the deep snow is a factor. It looks like he's going a lot faster now that he's on the road than he was when he was in the powder. So we might have to get Stransky up there. As much as I wanted him advancing parallel, he might have to just fall in line behind him. Steiner, you just stay on ambush to the south, I think. Contact right. Okay, we got infantry on the hill. Yes, easy kill. Okay, we do need to stick around the roads, it looks like. I don't know if we need to worry that once we're bogged, we're going to switch to mired, and once we're mired, if we're going to switch to, like, fully stuck. Yep, Mark IV. It is a Mark IV, and it's still alive. Oh, they surrendered immediately. We should not have to requisition back our own tank that they captured. If we recapture it, we should be able to just get it for free. Oh, yep, they popped up. They're still trying this. Here come more mortars. Ooh, they're getting closer. We might have to pull out of the house a little bit. Since Garcia has been in the brunt of it, we're going to pull them back. And let's get all of our support elements to the back now, since they're basically down to just secondary weapons. Alright, no more contact after that. Maybe just set Garcia back here a little bit. They don't need to keep retreating. But if we need to move further west, they don't have to get out of the building. They can just run for it. Alright, tanks. Keep advancing. We'll just go up to the flag, I think. And then we'll move around there. And it also looks like Quellis is almost to his position. Graf is having a moment again. Let's actually just make sure he stays on the road. I haven't seen them get mired, so I don't know if I haven't been in deep enough snow yet, or if I just don't move him enough to notice it. So it's definitely affecting his performance. He's very slow. Alright, who's this? Oh, there's their 120 millimeter mortar team. So let's maybe just hustle up there with the tank. Oh, we can hit it. We can hit it. Let's just fire. No, no truce. Mortar team is down. Maybe we can wipe them out. Quellis is almost to their flag too, so we'll try and take as much territory as we can before the ceasefire. I am going to start moving Stransky independent, and let's see what's south of the river with him. No ceasefire needed. We successfully completed this operation in one day as well. I definitely didn't expect to have back-to-back operations that were completely owned in the first day. So that's kind of a surprise. It does look like we gained control. The operation's over. They were routed, and that's why. We did get 2 more campaign points. And your group commander urges you to more and greater victories. This one was a decisive victory. We lost 3 infantry, 4 wounded, and we have no prisoners. We did kill 14 of their infantry. We wounded 8 more. We took 6 as prisoners. We have 1 destroyed tank, 1 damaged tank, but we destroyed 4 of theirs. We got 1 of their guns, so maybe it wasn't a mortar, maybe it was a gun. And then we captured 2 of their tanks as well. Operationally, we are total victory. We were also promoted to major, and we have now killed 39 armored vehicles, 1 vehicle, 3 guns, and damaged 14 more, and we've captured 6 of them. So we have a strong advantage in this. Let's see if everybody shows it here. So Brunner, for the second fight in a row, has taken more damage than I would like him to, but he's only lost the 1 assistant. We get down to Garcia. He has 1 KIA, and he was out there in the forest all by himself, so 1 KIA is pretty respectable. Gaining experience, more experience. Graf von Bonhoff is almost completely maxed out. Costa, rest in peace. I'm sorry, you didn't survive. John Matrix's morale is almost to the top. The gunner's just still lagging behind for some reason. Brunner got no kills. Stransky, nothing. All right, Garcia has 3 infantry kills. Quellis didn't do any. Nothing. Steiner's got 2 with the MG. Graf von Bonhoff has 3 of the tanks and 4 infantry kills. And it looks like 4 acts of bravery. That's not bad. Costa has nothing. Matrix didn't actually get any kills. Andy's Raiders, though, did get a kill with the mortar. And it looks like 1 kill from Mulligan. So overall, pretty good. It was all kind of located mostly with Graf von Bonhoff, though. He did all the work. And then Brunner has another wound badge. It looks like 1 wound badge in Garcia. Nothing. Okay, here we go. We got 2 war merits for Graf von Bonhoff and an Iron Cross second class. So he's earning his place up there at the top. I don't think that we have anybody else that's going to be decorated like that. That's pretty hard to beat. I mean, he's so powerful right now. I'm able to use him pretty freely, and it's very much beneficial to us. He's showing how good his armor is, and I think that we're going to stick with that plan. So I do want to get more Tiger tanks if I can find them and afford them. But for now, I do think I'm just going to keep leading the way with Graf. Within reason, of course. But this was a fun one. I really enjoyed the dominance displayed here, and I was expecting to be outgunned, but the opposite kind of turned out to be the case. Our next video is going to see us beginning a new operation yet again. So click the subscribe button and don't miss what lies ahead. Thanks for watching. Rubber Ducky signing off.